Cuzzy, where are we today?
We are at... Actually, I don't know where we are. I know what we're doing, but I don't know where we're at. So Bob was going to go paragliding, but it's in a different way than you.
Yeah, why?
Because you see that truck over there? That truck, he's going to be towed by that truck. So basically he's going to lift up the wing and it's going to be towed by that truck. And then he's going to go up, but not with the motors. Basically he just runs and he starts going up and then he's just going to fly like that.
So we're
and as you see, there's no mountains.
Yeah, there's no mountains in Florida, so that's the only way you're going to go flying.
I decided to follow red.
Good job. Are you guys ready to see him?
Yeah.
He has never done this, being towed up. You like Cosimo's bow tie? We're all dressed up to see Daddy.
I don't want to push Daddy up.
You don't want to push him up?
No.
Maybe we'll have the truck pull him up. What do you think?
You mean that truck?
Oh no, Luca, we're going to do this. We're going to run. We're all going to run for him and we're going to pull his paraglide. And after an hour by keep on running fast enough, maybe we'll be in the air. We just hold on to him and be like, oh, come on, Daddy, run, run, run. And we'll run with him.
Or maybe let's do the truck.
Oh, yeah.
We use the truck to pull Daddy.
I'm ready to go.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because even if all 5 of us ran behind and pushed him, we still wouldn't get him very high. But with the truck, we can get him actually pretty high.
Yeah. I want to run. I want to run and just check.
You want to run? You want to run the truck?
Yeah.
We can probably talk Neil into it, you know.
Meanwhile, Luca's trying to convince him to let him drive. So, can I drive?
You're gonna ride in it?
Yeah. I just like riding with everybody.
Now gonna become your gravity.
Okay.
You've flown your whole life with gravity being the
Down.
earth. This is now your gravity.
Okay.
So you are going to fly with the glider like normal, just that instead of gravity being here, gravity is going to be here.
There.
So the glider is going to fly behind you more than you've ever felt before. It feels a little weird,
Wait.
right? So you want to pretty much fly hands up, a light feel of the brakes, and then realize that the tow force is about 170, 80 pounds of pressure for you.
Thank you.
Okay? So that means that your weight shift is now reduced. You're normally used to having no extra pressure, and you just shift your weight, and boom, it happens. Now,
Wow. It feels weird because we're never doing something like this, and you have this thing pulling you, and you have to adjust it based on the pull. And he said you have to stay every time 90 degrees, otherwise you do the pendulum strike.
That's not good.
We'll see.
We'll see how this goes.
you have the easiest way to end every dangerous situation, and it's this red handle right here. That's the easiest way. If you don't like something, you pull that handle and get off.
Oh, he's trying to convince him that he wants to drive it. That's even better. So who knows where Daddy will go crashing.
I'm not gonna crash.
Okay.
And look, let's do a sample release, a test release. Go ahead.
Oh, I'll do
release,
it?
release, release. You don't have to pull hard. Just.
Oh, wow. So simple. Okay.
You know about the forward launch? The glider's going to come up so crisp. Like you've never had a more easy forward launch. Okay. The truck does all the work. You like, it just happens quick. So make sure you're off your A's, fill in your brakes, run, 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 run. We like to see people run a couple steps in the air, and then I'll be talking to you. We know that the wind's going to come from the right, so you're going to be on the left. So I'll be talking to you. Okay, left, right, left brake, whatever, to help keep you in alignment. And then Neil at the end will say release, release, release. You pull the release handle.
You see how fast?
I wasn't expecting that.
I thought it was actually gonna do like stay in the ground, but actually 2 seconds he ran,
That was
and he got up, and now he's already half.
He's up there.
But it looks like he's still attached. I can still see that little
So he's
dot.
way far up there. We can't barely see him. Up somewhere around there. I think he's still attached to the truck.
Yeah, you can still see a tiny dot under him. Oh, he released!
He let go.
The dot, oh my gosh, he released. Oh my gosh, I saw it falling.
I don't see him. Oh yeah, there he
The
is.
dot is falling so slow though. I mean, those are high.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
No, I get it. Now that's why they have the thing, because when it flies down, the guy can just stop, but it'll fly down toward him, so it goes slowly and then fly another line.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Hi, Papa!
Yeah, buddy.
is it?
So did you not expect it to go like fast?
Wow.
Wasn't it? When we saw you, it was so weird.
Crazy, guys.
You expected it to go like slowly.
Was it
Yeah.
easier
But
than?
with you, it just like it just went fast.
Was it easy enough in the end?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I can fly by himself, but he just need to fly.
Alright, Max, I'm
Watch,
set. I'll be
watch.
watching for you, Belle.
Go now! Go now! Here he goes! Our daddy's flying! Do you see our daddy's flying?
Yeah.
You can do it, Dad! Just don't crush him in your butt again! Daddy's landing now! Bubble! Landing! Dad! Can you land on your feet? Dad! Dad! Dad, land on your feet! Land on your feet! I think he... Oh! Oh my gosh! Let me just kill that! Land on his butt again!
So now we'll show you his flight today. And you're going to show us what you see from up there.
Yes.
We always get to come with him because he has a GoPro.
Yep.
Your name is David, but what's
Yes,
your official
so,
name? Your
David's my name,
This
but
one right here.
people call me El Cuervo.
and why?
Usually it's El Cuervo Loco.
Because I think he
Okay.
spent more time in the air than down here.
Yeah.
No, but before when I walked out, he did
that basically the how I got my nickname was on a launch in Mexico. There's a Mexican guy watching for fires in a fire tower, and I was taking off, and as I took off, I pushed into the air and I gave out my customary crow call. And he yelled out, Cuervo! And the next day, like 5 kids were like, Cuervo, Cuervo, do it again, do it again. And it's like now, it's like basically, you can't drive through that town with me without having 10 to 15 people crow at you like a raven. And so, El Cuervo.
Why did you start paragliding?
Yeah, how did you start?
So I was a climber in my younger days, in my teenage years, and at some point I saw a video of these guys in Europe who had climbed up the mountain and then flew down on what they called a parapente, which was like a skydiving canopy. And I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, I hate walking down the mountain after I climb. So I want to get one of those so I can fly down. So eventually, after about a year of watching and seeing it, I found a place to learn, and I started flying in 1992.
And where were you?
I was in New Mexico.
Okay.
Albuquerque, New Mexico is where I started. I paid $75 for a 3-day course with a French guy, and he gave me a paraglider, and I asked about an emergency chute, and he said, well, you don't need an emergency parachute because you're flying one. And so in the early days, we always flew with elbow pads, knee pads, helmets, just because we crashed so frequently that, it was required equipment.
Did you always fly New Mexico? Or?
New Mexico's where I grew up, but I started traveling right away in the mid-90s, going all over the U.S., and so I was always into traveling to fly to the best places at the best time. I came to Florida in 2001 to race my hang glider, and I basically discovered that it was just an amazing place for flying paragliders, and I just wanted to, you know, bring that to the world, you know.
Right.
Everywhere I go at these world-class places, they're big destinations, and the flying was so good here, but there literally was only like 2 people who flew on the coast, nobody flying here locally. Nobody knew about this place, and so I just wanted to start to bring attention to it, and really just coming here to have the amazing flying myself, and then inviting my friends to come.
And then everybody else.
You know, and then now it's just like, you know, literally a couple weeks ago we had 2 of the 3 longest flights in the world that day here in LaBelle, Florida, you know, and that's just amazing.
Here you have to tow. There's no mountains.
No mountains.
So you have to tow.
So you have to tow.
And so we're going to show you the tow,
Yeah,
right?
so you have
So which is your favorite place to fly in the whole world?
I get asked that question a lot, and I have to always respond. I just feel because you know, Texas is the best flying possibly on the planet,
Oh, really?
and it's where I broke the world record.
Okay.
And the longest flights of my life have been in Texas, and so I just have to go with Texas because, I mean, how can you not love flying 250 miles in 7 hours?
Wow.
You know, I mean, that's just amazing. And
Competitions too?
yep, do
But
competitions,
long
distance, yeah,
Okay.
racing. For many years, I held the U.S. foot launch record, 172 miles off of a 400-foot hill in Texas. So I actually took off from a 400-foot hill and then flew 172 miles, and was the longest flight in the U.S. Even the biggest mountains in Idaho and Wyoming and New Mexico couldn't propel a flight as long as Texas did.
Do you fly tandem?
I do fly tandems. I've been flown tandem hang gliders and paragliders for somewhere around 20 years.
But you can't do tandem when you're towing, right?
Yes, you can.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can?
Oh yeah, we do tandem tows all the time.
Ah, see?
I mean, look at these amazing clouds, you know, just beautiful clouds. We don't have the mountains to create turbulence. So, you know, literally Florida has some of the friendliest cross-country flying air that you will ever experience anywhere in the world.
So
just
here it's
amazing.
about staying and moving along rather than
riding a
going
certain
up and
ridge.
down. Yeah.
We do a lot of downwind flying, so we have longer flights. A lot of times, you know, like we had the first flights over 100 miles in the United States of America were made by paragliders here in Florida.
Wow. Can go on like paragliding tours
Yeah.
with you when you're not in Florida.
Yeah. So
In
I guide,
South America,
I
right?
guide tours actually all over the world, but we focus mostly on Mexico, Colombia, Brazil. We do to go Australia, New Zealand, and it's anywhere from a week to 2 weeks usually, but I have had some people who literally took off 6 months of their job and traveled everywhere I went for 6 months in all those locations just to train to be better pilots. And they're just fun adventures because not only is it in a foreign country flying, but you're just so immersed in the local culture because as we fly around, we happen to land in certain places, and it's not uncommon that you land somewhere, next thing you know, you're having dinner in the landowner's house, you know, and they're giving you the homemade cheese they're made
friendly.
and honey from their hives, and just so happy that you came and landed at their property. It's like, for them, it's like this special gift, and to interact with those people, it's like these tours are far more than just about the flying. It's a full immersive cultural experience. It's just
This
amazing.
stuff that he's talking about, guys, it's really important because this is a real spirit of paragliding. In the old days, I started in '96. We were seeing like a place to fly. We were hiking up and fly down, and doesn't matter where you landed. You were actually hitchhiking at that time, and the people, they get really friendly. They tell you, they open their house and all this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, in the first world country, like they said it, we cannot do this one anymore because people there have money and they want a ownership of everything. That is happening in Italy and Europe, in many places.
So you have to go in these countries.
We have to go in
so
Mexico.
let's go touring with El Cuervo.
To feel it again. What does it mean flying?
Yeah, free flying.
Free flying.
Totally. Life is but a tow.
Have a nice day, Dad.
All right, Max, I'm all set. I'll be watching for your bow.
Light tailwind at the moment, Max. Just ever so light. Okay, so.
And here goes Daddy! Go, Boo-boo channel, subscribe to our channel, bye-bye.